Okay, so the last time that I met this woman that I'm going to introduce you to next, I was in a room of about 100 women, and we were celebrating a woman who got the Gutsy Gal Award a couple of years ago, and some of you may know her. Her name is Dawn Schroeder, and she took, several hundred of us women, some who have exercised in the past and some who hadn't. We ranged in age from 30 to 74 was our oldest, and she trained us to run a sprint course triathlon. Not once, but about 10 times over. Every summer we would meet, and some of us did it a couple of times. And I didn't know who this woman was that came into the room to present my friend Dawn Schroeder with this award. But I'm so happy to be introducing her now that I know a little bit more about her this evening. She's fabulous. She sold her first business, which was a casting business, to her partner, and began a journey from there that included being a member of the Directors Guild, winning an award, Best New Product, in a law-related field. She published a book with Judge Lynn of Divorce Court TV. She also owns Sane Approach to Emotional Issue and Gutsy Gals Inspire Me. Back in 2002, Gutsy Gals Inspire Me completed their first short film. It's called The Improbable Journey of Berta Benz, and it's already won a couple of gender equality awards, and each year the company gives out these Gutsy Gal Awards. So here she is, and I'm so happy to be introducing her this evening. Please welcome Deborah Hutchison.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. This has been way too much fun. But first, I need to thank, I've got one here. Is this one on? It's on. Yeah. Wait. I want to thank you. Oh, thank you. I want to thank you. When I got my sister to move out here from Chicago, she was driving to work every day, and all she'd ever hear was Catherine Remack. I gotta hear her again, gotta hear her, I'm going. And one day, we were at the opening of a new restaurant. It was called Arsh. Oh, yeah. And my sister said, oh my God, that's Catherine Remack. So my sister says, hello, and thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Thank you for that warm introduction. Thank you. So Catherine Remack is the beloved radio personality here in Santa Barbara, and if you haven't heard her with her show with Gary, I would get on it every single morning. Wow, Patty, this has been 7 years for you. Thank you for starting it. Thank you for honoring women, and thank you for every year we're saying, are we going to do it again? And every year we say, there are Gutsy Gals out there at a women's festival, and we are. So, thank you. Grace, I just have to take care of, everybody comes up here and does a commercial. I just got to take care of a couple things. I want to thank Grace, and I want to thank Ellie, and I want to thank Tracy, and the entire tech team that helped put this together. And thank you very much. Commercial is kind of over. Okay, wow, it is so great to be back in California. For those of you that don't know, I've been living in California for 30 years, and the last 15 years right here in Santa Barbara. But, as you might have noticed, I now live in Florida. I have on my Florida attire. So, this is what they wear in Florida. And I like it. I really do like it. Change is good, and in the change being good, Gutsy Gals learn certain things. And I learned a really important thing when I moved to a new city. And the city was very walkable. And so I started walking it. And every day, I have my little dog. Those of you that know me, I have my little dog. And I would walk, and there was a door that I would pass every day, and it said, Muses and Visionaries. Muses and Visionaries? Well, that's kind of interesting. And I walked past it the next day, and it said, Muses and Visionaries. And I thought, that's really interesting, because I think we were just talking about doors a minute ago. So I went past it the third day, and I went up close, and it said, Muses and Visionaries, and no solicitors. So I looked at myself. I said, okay, I'm not a solicitor. I looked at my dog and said, you're not a solicitor. And I opened the door. And what I saw was a room full of women in a co-working space, all helping each other, all being creative. And I said, I want to be here. And that is where I now work. But the magic of the curiosity was that the same muses and visionaries were starting their own magazine, which is now out, and some of you will have gotten it, Muses and Visionary Magazine. Now, I think you know that a lot of magazines come out, but again, this is not a commercial. This is about the fact that if you open the door, if you bother to step through, if you get curious, so you add to your list of what's gutsy, I'd say add the word curious, because that's a pretty good word. But anyway, I'm glad to be back here. And I'm here for the award. I'm here to present an award. And it's from the company that I started a few years ago called Gutsy Gals Inspire Me. And what do we do? Well, we want to honor women from the past and women of the present. We want to honor you because you are inspiring our future Gutsy gals. So Patty one day said, hey, why don't you give a Gutsy Gal award? I said, you know, Patty, I will. Thank you. Let's do it here. So Patty and I got together, and we started, well, they're probably going around, we started giving the awards out. And we found that every year, we only gave out one award. So a couple years ago, we decided to give out a number of awards. And instead of just sitting and saying, okay, who might we want, because we're going to do that anyway, who might we want to give an award to, who does the community want? And so last year was the first year that we actually stepped out of the box and said, let's let the community nominate people that we could honor. And we have had a ball since then. So the nominees that we have here today, I'm going to read them off, and then I'm going to ask you to step right here in the front so my photographer can get a picture of all of you, and the other photographer can get a picture of all of you. We are honoring about 14 ladies. And of the 14 ladies that are, if you're here when I call your name, just come up. And it's been a pleasure because those ladies that were nominated have been nominated by somebody that inspired them. They inspired someone. So I'm going to call out the names, but we have two divisions. One is international because this is the Santa Barbara International Women's Festival, and one is other, which is the United States. Today, we had two nominees from the international area. Now, the first nominee is a group of 3 women called Pussy Riot. Okay, now they are Russian, and I got to tell you, as a Gutsy gal, I can tell you, I have I have a problem with saying people's names. So I don't know how to say them, so I'm just going to look around and go, hey, Grace, can you come up? Grace will say their names. And then I'll just sit here and applaud them. So we want to, Pussy Riot has been nominated, and the 3 ladies are?
Well, first of all, a mini lesson on how to pronounce Russian names. The first thing you need to do is drink a couple shots of vodka. After that, you don't care. Wait a minute, that sounds like Indian. Never mind, I was looking at Deepa. So the next thing you do is you find what are the nicknames, because the first names are impossible. So the 3 women, their first names are, their nicknames, Masha, Katya, and Nadia. That was easy enough. Now for the last names. If you notice, all of the announcers on CNN, so on, they don't pronounce the names. They just go, brrr. So that's what you do. So that's the last part of this lesson. It is Masha Alyokina, Katya Samotovich. You see, we just read them all together. And Nadia Tololikova.
Okay, well done. Well, see? I mean, really, what can I say? It is, I don't know. I guess what I'm going to say is that Gutsy Gals is, we present awards, we make films, and we have fun. So I'm sure you're done. You're done hearing me, so let's get on to our award nominees. Okay, we're here tonight to really honor the honoree for the festival. And that honoree for the 2014 Santa Barbara International Women's Gutsy Gal Inspire Me honoree is Kelly LeBrock. But we're gonna hear from Kelly in a minute, because first of all, I want to announce all the ladies who have been nominated, and remind you that tomorrow night, under sealed envelope, I have sealed envelope, we are going to announce who our Gutsy Gals are from our community, World USA. Okay? So let's just get right to them. And if the nominees would please come forward. We've done the international. And Razia Jean, is Razia here? Okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Razia. She's got an award that beats our Gutsy Gal award, but now that she's up for the nominee and potential getting one, the CNN Hero Award, really? 2012, ladies and gentlemen, 2012. CNN Hero Award. Hang tight right there. She has Razia's Ray of Hope. Thank you. Janet Alt. Come on up, Janet, because you're pretty gutsy yourself in overcoming your health issues and finding ways to help people. Kim Castle. Wow. Kim Castle, come on up, baby girl. You're up here for Extreme Childhood Challenges to become a model for women, a good role model. Felicia Johnson, you came a long way, didn't you? You came a long way. Felicia is she's overcome some childhood abuse and psychological adversities to become an inspirational role model. And Lee Langley, I don't think Lee is here today. She'll be here tomorrow night. Lee, at the age of 23, had the vision to start a boys' school for delinquent boys. What? Okay. Barbara Liss is a paralegal who did some very interesting things for the paralegal community. But you got to come tomorrow to my panel of Gutsy Gals to find out what she did and to find out more about what Razia did. But I'm going to tell you tomorrow night, but you could actually see it up close and personal if you come. Twinkle Manning. Twinkle, you bring that message of hope. All right, where is Sonia Marsh? Sonia, all right. Sonia Marsh, tonight I'm going to tell you, is the big winner, because I don't know how many people with her gutsy adventures and her book of Gutsy Gals, I think they all got together and said, we're voting for her. You win tonight, baby girl. You got it tonight. Okay. And Linda Newland. Linda's here. Linda, you help people towards their dreams. Dana Ochoa, male-dominated fields. Now, it says male-dominated fields, which means that she succeeded in many there's an S on there, male-dominated fields. And Sally Smead, is Sally here? Sally, and Sally, in the auto industry, has done something pretty fantastic here in the Santa Barbara area, but you have to come back tomorrow night to really find out who these girls are. So that's it. So if we could have a picture with everybody. I have one more. So if we could have a picture. If Deepa Willingham will come up. Deepa. Raging a war against sex trade and poverty. It's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. So this, ladies and gentlemen, are the 2014 Santa Barbara International Women's Festival Gutsy Gal Award nominees. And I think we have some flowers for you. So the girls are gonna bring some flowers. Yeah, we'll take the flowers. Yes. Who gets them? Okay. There you go. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. Look at this. These are the future Gutsy girls. Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, Deb Hutchison.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The story about this is only 15 minutes short, but all you need to know is in 1888, Berta Benz was the first female VC. She gave her husband, now this is Berta, we got some car people here, and Mercedes is not here. Anyway, Berta, just remember, 1888, no cars, you'll see it all. She actually gave her dowry to her husband 8 months before they were married. And she worked alongside him. He was the inventor, and she was like the brains and the marketing and the woman behind the man. That's all I want to say. Enjoy it. It's a very short little film, and it plays for children and has a teaching guide that goes with it. Thank you so much for coming.